Hey, it is your girl T, also known as ZiSymom. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. You came the right time because we are celebrating 4,000 subscribers. Okay, yes, we did it in 9 months. Today's video is going to be a little different because we're just really going to be chatting. So this vlog is not going to be like no other. Because I'm just here to really give you guys, to tell you guys thank you, because if it wasn't for you guys, none of this would be possible. Much thanks to God, because again, without him, if he didn't allow me to wake up this morning, this would not be possible. So again, thank you. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into this video because again, I'm just here to tell you guys thank you. I'm here to just go over a few things, talk about some of the things that I have experienced, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out your way, okay? So first thing first, if you see me looking at my phone, that's because I have some notes. But nevertheless, like the title said, guys, we reached 4,000 subscribers. Yes, we did. And believe it or not, we did it in as little as 9 months. October is when we started our vlogging channel. And even though some days it was just like, you know what? I don't think this is for me. I don't think this is for us. We never gave up. And as time went by, it was just like, oh man, you gotta put in a lot of work in order to do this. So after doing some research and everything, I realized that the key to it is to just post. You gotta post. To all the new creators, if you're just starting today, if you're starting tomorrow, the key is to just post. Don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about what other people say. The only way you know it's gonna work is by giving it a try. Listen, when we first started this in October 1, I've always been interested in doing it because I do have a few people who I have subscribed to, and I love their content, but I do know with some of the content that they create is not something that I would do. Like, for instance, one of my, I would say, top 5 influencer would be Peyton Childs. I gotta give it to Peyton Childs only because if you know me in real life and if you watch her vlog, you can't tell me that ain't my sister from another mother. Like our personality, the alpha female that we are, like we got real life some boss chicks. And again, if you look at her vlog, and I'm not talking about the things that she posts, I'm talking about in reference to her personality. Like, you have to know me like on a personal level. You know I'm a goofball. Like, I'm a jokester. I love dancing. Like, I just love having fun. I love people. You know, as much as I say I'm not a people's person, my sisters always tell me, no, you're an introvert. Like, you're both. And it took me a long time to believe that because I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But girl, yes, I am. And again, if you pay attention to her vlog, it's like, for me to not, the fact that I have not met her yet, we have a lot of things in common. Just like, for instance, let's just talk about 2024. 2024, I purchased a brand new home. She purchased one. I purchased mine. I closed on my house March. She closed on hers. I think she was originally supposed to close in June. Then it went to July, but I think by August she had her new home. She's a DIY type of girly. I'm a DIY type of girly. We both have this. 1 minute we can look like this, and then the next minute we just look like straight up tomboys. We both have a big personality. We both are Beamer girls. Like, if you know me, I've been driving a Beamer since I was like, what, 24, 25? Her go-to car is a Beamer. Like, we both end up having the same dog. Like I got my dog last year, June, and then she just got her dog, P. She just got Pearson, for her birthday this year. Like when I tell you we have so much in common until it's ridiculous, we do. But even with us having so much in common, our vlogging is totally different. You know, she's more of a beauty lifestyle, that type of stuff. That's how she got to where she is. When I came in, I knew that one, I need to try to find me my niche. And I wasn't exactly sure what it would be, but at the same time, when me and my kids, we spoke about it, it was like, you know what? Let's just talk about our journey, turning our house into a new home. You know, if you've been following me, now you know that we moved from South Carolina to Houston. Did not know anybody. Like this is definitely a new start to life. We went from being in South Carolina where pretty much all of the family are, to moving to a new city, a new state, not knowing anybody, not having one friend, not having one family, nothing. Like we are literally starting our life over in a brand new home we're a brand new house that we have turned into a home. So with that being said, it's just like, this is a new start. So let's just talk about our progress of, you know, living in Houston, turning our house into a home. And before you know it, like we've been doing like, you know, I started doing like DIY projects, different upgrades to the house. And I started vlogging those type of stuff, but then I wasn't really sure, like, am I reaching out to anybody? Like, do people really like this content? Like, it was so many questions, because I would look at the comment section. I wasn't getting any comments. I was looking at the subscribers. They were coming on like slow. And I just started feeling like, you know what? Maybe this is not for me. Maybe this is not for me. But then one day I literally was just having a lazy day, was just watching YouTube. And as soon as I turned on YouTube, the first thing it said was post. Just post. Your community will find you. And from that day, it was just like, post. Post. They will, in fact, find you. And fast forward, once 2025 came in, I made a decision. I said, you know what, if I'm going to do it, one, I'm going to be disciplined and I'm going to give it my all. That way, I can honestly say, if it failed, at least I knew, or at least I know that I gave it my all and I did what I needed to do. And it just didn't work out, because that's just something about life. Not everything is for you. Not everybody is for you. And sometimes, no matter how much we try, if it just ain't for you, it's just not for you. But it was something that, you know, I began to pray about. Even when me and my kids made my vision board, it was something that I put on my vision board, because, you know, I do inspire to be a influencer, a big influencer one day. You know, I hope that my video catches the eyes to other people who are going through the same thing that I'm going through, you know, as far as being a single mom, you know, starting life over with no family and friends, you know, purchasing their dream home, or whatever the case may be. Like, I hope that I'm able to inspire somebody that even in the midst of me doing it all, it's possible. So with that being said, once January came in, it was like, you know what, let's get to it. Like, I have to treat this like a job. I have to treat this like a 9 to 5, to where, baby, you got to clock in and you got to clock out. If you don't, you ain't getting paid. And that has been my mindset. And since then, when I started to just post, I realized, like, okay, I'm starting to get the alert, like, okay, I've reached this amount, I reached this amount, I reached this amount. Now I'm at 2,500. Now I'm at 3,000. And before you know it, it was just like waking up this morning on my mom's birthday, and I happened to just go to YouTube Studio. I hit 4,000 subscribers. So it was like, okay, so that is the key. You gotta post, you gotta stay consistent, and you have to be disciplined. In that order, you have to be ordered. If not, it's just not gonna work. So after I realized what I was doing was working, I was just like, you know what? I want to continue to give my community a chance to just see that when you start this, one, you don't have to run out and go buy all these expensive equipments and all this other type stuff to where you are now financing and spending unnecessary money. Like when I got started, I started off from my iPhone 16 Pro Max. That's what I use. And actually that's what I'm recording. I'm recording right now off of my iPhone 16 Pro. Now, I will say in March, I did upgrade to a vlogging camera, which is I think it's the DJI, whatever, the little vlogging camera. I did upgrade to that, but then I realized like that works well for traveling. It's definitely a traveling vlogging camera, but when I'm home, like I'm just using my iPhone, you know. Now I must say I'm going to soon be upgrading because I did say if I reach 5,000 subscribers and I reach my 4,000 hours by my birthday, that I would give myself a brand new camera. And in fact, a lot of vloggers use it. And I also found out that that's one of the cameras that Peyton Childs uses as well. So like literally, I didn't realize that that was a popular camera, and just to see how the quality of their video, it turns out it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely invest in that. So hopefully we will be there. And part of me is like, Tina, that's impossible. But the other part of me is like, girl, where is your faith? Because the Bible even said everything is possible. So with that being said, I am down to like, what, 25 days before my birthday. So I am trusting and believing that I will have that additional 1,000 subscribers, and I will gain, I think I need like 2,000 more watch hours. So finger crossed, we will be there, and I will get my camera, because let me tell you something. First of all, I am turning 40. I'm about to turn a page. I'm about to be in a new chapter. And honestly, my 40th, I was already planning to be out the country. Like, baby, I was about to do a big celebration. But unfortunately, life happens, things happen, and sometimes things don't always go according to your plan. And for me, it just didn't. One, because of my situation that I have going on with the government, I have to watch how I spend, and not only just that, but I'm literally budgeting everything. Two, my son does AAU basketball, and that requires a lot of time and money. With all of the traveling, which means when we travel, I have to cover flights, I have to cover hotels, and like these upcoming events that we have coming up, like we about to be in San Antonio for a week, then we have Orlando for like a week, and then we have Chicago. Like all of that stuff costs money, and again, I'm a single mom, I'm doing it all by myself, so who's responsible? Now, let me not forget, I do have a strong village. My sisters, the kids' godparents, like they have been supporting and helping out with what he have going on, but still, it's still a lot that I have to do, because it's not just him who I have to get a ticket for, it's still me and Story. And again, with me being in Houston and not having a family here, it's not like I can say, okay, well, I'm just send Story over there for the weekend and then I'll just go with Zai. It doesn't work like that. When we travel, we have to travel as a family, and again, it costs a lot. So I had to decide, do I want to just really go out and celebrate my birthday in a different country, or do I just stay here, make the best out of it, and invest in my son's future? And of course, I decided to invest in my son's future because who knows, he may very well be my retirement. Go out there and get them shots. Because again, he may very well be my retirement. But anywho, so with all of that going on, all I want to do at this point is just live to see 40 and wake up to 5,000 subscribers, if not more, and my 4,000 watch hour. That way I can start being monetized. Because baby, when I tell you I am trying to make this a full-time job, I am trying to get to the point where this is paying my mortgage. That's my goal. And you know what? Let me back up a little bit, because I want to speak this thing into existence. I want to speak this as if it's already happening. Baby, I am that influencer, baby, who is making money by just giving you guys a glance of my life. You know what I'm saying? I am that influencer who have people who's wanting to sponsor me, who wants to fly me here, who wants to fly me there. You know, I am that influencer where Disney World is like, bring the kids for a week. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm gonna get there. I am that influencer where Lowe's is gonna be like, we want you to talk about this. And Home Depot is like, we want you to talk about that. And the pool company is like, we about to put a pool in your backyard. What? Baby, that's how I'm thinking. And again, we can do this. To all my small creators, the people who inspire to be a creator, we can do this, but we have to remember, in order to do this, we have to post. We cannot be afraid to post. When I look back at my very first video, matter of fact, when I look back at all my videos, sometimes I'm just like, girl, if you don't take that stuff down, but then it's like, no. Like, I love the fact that I can look back and see where I started and where I am now. No, I'm not perfect. No, my video still is not where I want them to be, but you know what? You gotta start from somewhere. And the good thing about it is, a year from now, I'm gonna be able to look back at this video today and be like, girl, you done upgraded to a new camera. Girl, you got a whole... Girl, you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's what we're doing. And I just hope that somewhere down the line, even if it's just one person, I hope that I'm able to inspire, that I'm able to motivate, you know, someone to just go out. I want to be able to give them that push, because it ain't easy. Being a single mom, holding it down is not easy. I do pray that God do send me a rich man so that I don't have to do all this by myself. Like, sir, I already got the house, I already got the cars, just come and pay this mortgage. You know, and that's gonna come. But even if it doesn't, I'm okay. You know, if you know me, you know I've always been a hustler. I've always been out there and I work my butt off. Nothing that I have has ever been given to me. Nobody has never just handed it to me and just like, this is the easy way out. No. I've never had it like that. So even with me stating what I'm saying, as serious as I am, I'm also just joking. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't have to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to be at a place in my life where I can go to sleep knowing that this bill is paid, that bill is paid. I don't have to worry about, you know, robbing Paul to pay Peter and all this other type of stuff. Like, that's just where I'm heading in life. And I feel as though as long as I stay consistent and be disciplined, like, I will get there, because I feel as though the content that I create, like, I'm giving it to you raw, I'm giving it to you in real time. Like, I'm not that influencer who wake up and, you know, I have a makeup artist sitting right there, you know, I have someone in the house already cooking breakfast, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a nanny. I have to get up in the morning and I have to get the kids ready. I have to drop the kids off to school. I have to be the parent to take them to all these sporting activities. Like, I'm that person. So with that being said, You know, every day is not going to be a good day. Every day you're not going to see me like this. For the most part, if you have been following me along, you know that I am that girly who my hair is only up in a bun. There's no makeup on. There's leggings. There's my wide leg comfortable sweatpants. Like, that's how I am. Like, I'm sorry. Again, to each his own. I definitely enjoy looking at other people's video where they just look up and they're just beautiful, even handsome. You know, I watch some guys vlog and they just wake up and it's just like, oh my God, they look like they are definitely living the American dream. But even though I love it, it's still like, is that really reality? And it very well may be. But I just know for me, that's not my life. So I don't want to get on here and pretend that that's just how my life is, because it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to give it to you raw and in real time. I feel as though people respect you a little bit more, and you have more positive comments than negative comments because they can relate to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how often do y'all see me on this camera with lashes on, makeup on, and all that? It ain't happening unless I got somewhere to be or whatever, or I decide to just do like a sit down and I want to look nice because my background is nice. Shout out to my background, y'all. I know you guys have never seen this background, but I am literally sitting in my entryway of my house. And when I was in my office and I was walking past, I'm like, you know what? This little khaki colored dress would look good with this background. So I just kind of slid the little ottoman in the back and I'm like, yep, that's where we're recording. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a studio in my home, or I'm not renting out, or I'm not renting out a studio, and I don't plan to do so. You know, for the most part, I have a nice home, so I'm going to utilize my space to the point to where if I want to record here, that's an option. If I want to record in my room, it's an option because my room is nice. You know what I'm saying? If I want to go on my back patio, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go out and spend extra money to make it look like I am living this lifestyle or doing more than what I really am doing. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to love me for who I am or you're going to hate me for who I'm not. And I'm perfectly fine either way. But just remember, I'm giving it to you raw and in real time. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to reach people, again, who are going through the same thing that I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? Every day is not going to be a sunny day. Like, that's just not even life. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even all about just money, because if that was the case, all these millionaires and all these billionaires would not be, you know, unaliving themselves. So again, for me, I'm doing this because I want to be at a place where I'm really comfortable, that I can really provide for my kids. I want to be able to make sure my kids have everything that they need and have for what they want. And if I can do that by just sitting in front of a camera, taking my camera wherever I go, and giving you guys a glance at my life while being real, then why not? Because let me tell you something. It's a lot of people who were able to quit their job, a lot of people who were able to retire their parents by just doing this. And I don't know what God got in store for me. I'm hoping that I'm going to be one of those person on that list. Okay, God, you hear this conversation? I'm hoping, but even if it's just to get me to a place to where this is like an extra $10,000 a month in my house, baby, I'm happy. I'm happy because it's more than what I had. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, thank you guys for the 4,000 subscribers. Next, I know I have not been posting that much DIY projects, but again, that has a lot to do with what I got going on with my job. I have to be very cautious on how I'm spending until everything is, this whole situation works itself out. So again, I'm really on a budget. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm really on a budget. However, I do have some upcoming DIY project that I do plan on doing, but I can do those things because I already have everything that I need. For instance, my kitchen island, because that's a space where me and my kids spend a lot of time at, because Every night we eat dinner together. And if I cook breakfast, we're eating breakfast together for the most part. Lunch and all that, no, they on their own. We don't have to sit to the table for that. But we do spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and with me having pretty much light color walls, that's one of the areas where I'm constantly touching up the paint. So I've been thinking, and again, one of the people that I follow, what's her name? Mercy, whatever. She just did a kitchen update. And it's so crazy because I just did like a kitchen update with my cabinet. She did one, and I posted my video like 2 days ago. And next thing I know, she posted a video where we pretty much did the same thing. And our kitchen looks like it could be sister's kitchen. But then I also noticed with her even having a white kitchen, her island where the chair is black. And when I saw it, I was like, that just gave me a good idea. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So after I was thinking really hard about it, I decided that, yeah, I'm going to paint that black, as well as the new, well, I'm not gonna say new cabinets, because the only thing I did was change the doors on the cabinets. I made it to be more modern, so I added a glass look. I'm going to paint the inside white. Excuse me. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it the wood color that it is, which is like a light oak color. I wasn't sure, but being that my house is neutral and that light oak color is a neutral color, I was considering just leaving it like that, and again, either putting some nice dishes there or a nice vase. But then I thought about it like, no, I really do like my white kitchen, so maybe I should just paint the inside white, add my lights, and then put some nice vase or dish there. But again, I haven't decided. The cabinets literally, well, the doors just really got installed just a couple of days ago, so I'm not in a rush, but it is something that will be happening really, really, really soon. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is actually move take two of the vase that I have on my shelves in the living room area, and I think I'm going to put it in the kitchen cabinet just to kind of get like an idea on how it looks with the oak, because I do have my my cutting board that I received from the builder when I moved in that has my last name. I do have that placed on the back of my stove, and I kind of like how that wood brought a little bit of it brought some color to my kitchen, but it also brought a little bit of character just with that color. So to think about it, the inside of the cabinet matches that wood, so that's really not bad. But anywho, I'm gonna play around with it, and of course I'm going to keep you guys posted with whatever I do. As well as my laundry room. My laundry room is also something that I want to work on. And I at first considered hiring a pro, but then I'm like, you know what? I think I can manage to do that myself as well. So again, I'm going to continue to watch the University of YouTube, get some ideas, and I think I'm going to try to pull that off myself. Also, and I'm not gonna say last but least, because I still have a lot of ideas that I want to do to my house, but I'm just talking about things that I'm hoping to do in the next few weeks, upcoming months. One of the rooms that I have never shown you guys is a room on the second floor, which is technically considered the game room, but we're not using it. You guys know I have a media room, and inside the media room, I have 2 large arcade games that we just go in the media room and we play that, or we just watch a movie. So what they consider to be as the game room, it's been sitting there. And in my last home, I did have what I used to call it the black and white room, which was considered the adult room. If I was having a gathering, that's where the adult would be at, because It was really nice. It was very luxury-ish, and it was just not a place for kids. So I'm thinking that's what I want to do in that. However, I don't want to have to call that the game room, so I'm thinking the name that will go with the decors that I'm planning on putting in that room, I want to call that the conversation room. You know, if I have guests over or whatever, instead of us just hanging out in the living room, we can actually go upstairs and hang out in that area, because one, the ideas that I have is going to be really nice. Not to mention, you know, not to say that nothing else is nice in my house, because I feel as though like I really do have a nice home. But I can tell you right now, if I didn't have kids, I would have an all white house. All white. Because I like that really nice, clean look. But again, for that room, I think I'm going to call that my conversational room. And instead of doing that room like a silver, black, or white, I think I'm going to have more gold in that room, almost like how this area look. Only because I already have two, I don't want to call it ivory off-white, but it looks more like this vase. I already have two of those swirl chairs that is in that room, because originally I purchased it to go in my room. When I ordered it, it said the color was white, but once it arrived, it was definitely more of a cream color, and it just did not sit well in my room. So I ended up ordering two black swirl chairs, the same exact chair, it's just a different color. And then I just placed those two cream colored chairs in that room, and I have not done anything since. But it's been a year now, and I feel as though like really that's the only room that I have not really touched. So I'm going to, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and add two more swirl chairs, put a nice coffee table in the middle. I already have greenery up there. I just installed some sheer curtains up there. And yeah, and order some nice, you know, a nice picture or two to put up there. Also put another, I want to get another tall mirror put in the corner up there. And I think, again, I'm going to make that my conversational room. I want to keep it elegant, so I'm planning on changing out that light up there and putting a chandelier as well, because I've already put some chandeliers in like the rooms that I pretty much use every day. But that room I haven't, and I think that's what I want to go ahead and do. So when I start that project, of course, I will bring you guys along. But like I stated, there's still some other rooms in my house that I have not, you know, showed you guys. Some things I'm going to just keep to myself. But again, that is a room that I would like to show you guys, because I know it's going to be very, very beautiful by the time I get done with that. So that's why I need these people to stop playing with me, stop playing with my money, so I can get back on my grind of doing things. But in the meantime, that's why I'm also like focused on this YouTube thing, so that I can stop being monetized, because baby, I'm ready to start getting them checks. I'm ready for people to start sponsoring me by saying, we're sending you this and we're sending you that. Now, don't get it, well, I'm not gonna say don't get it twisted. I have had some small, or wrong choice of words. I have had some companies reach out to me to do like little sponsorships or whatever, but I do know from what I was reading, you have to be careful with stuff like that, because sometimes even though they're saying it's free, at the end of the year, they could very well send you something and you have to file your tax. So I want to make sure before I start accepting these offers that I read the fine line, because baby, I already pay back a lot in taxes. And I am not trying to pay back any tax on something that is probably only $100, but at the end of the year, I receive something in the mail that I now have to file the tax because, quote unquote, you stated it was free, and in reality, it was never free. So, again, the more that I continue to vlog and everything, the more homework I am doing to make sure that I do it the right way, because I just don't want to get caught up with unnecessary bills if I don't have to. You know, I've even heard just by watching other videos where some people said that they didn't read the contract or they didn't read the fine line, and people sent them certain stuff. They had a deadline to post a video, and if they didn't, that they could sue them. And it's like, okay, you know what? That's one of those things that everything that look good ain't good. Everything that sound good doesn't mean that it's necessarily gonna be good for you. So again, I just want to make sure that I don't skip anything. I want to get to a point to where I have enough of followers to where I can hire someone to look over all this stuff. That way I don't make any mistake. I want to be able to have a staff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to run this as a business because that's how I'm going to treat this, or that's how I am treating it. I'm treating it as a business. I'm putting my time in. I'm doing the things that I need to do to make sure, you know, that this ship sails and take off the right time. You know what I'm saying? So again, that is one of my goals, to make this a full time, to the point to where there's no doubt that me doing this is also paying off for me and my family. Okay, so with that being said, we are now pretty much we're about to wrap this video up. So yeah, just look for those upcoming video in reference to my small DIY project that I will be doing by myself, with me having a few trips coming up with Zion traveling. I will be vlogging as well, so that will be coming up. And I just started the grass project with trying to get my grass green. So if you guys have been following along, you guys know that I started fertilizing my grass, been watering my grass like twice a day. So you guys are going to be seeing videos of that. I think the next video that I will post on that will be June the 8th or something like that, because it says on the bag, that I should start seeing some green grass within 8 to 21 days. So I'm gonna be doing another video on that soon. But in the meantime, if it's something that you guys want to see, if it's something that you want to know, go ahead and leave me a comment. I want to be that person that I don't miss people comments. If, you know, right now I should not be able to miss anybody comments, but you know, as this channel grow and I start getting those million subscribers, baby, it's gonna be hard. But you know what? I do not want to forget where I came from, and I don't want to forget about the people who got me to where I am right now with just 4,000 subscribers. Like, 4,000 subscribers may not be that much to a lot of you guys, but it's a lot to me. Because baby, from the stories that I was reading and, you know, watching how some people was like, they were stuck at 400 subscribers after a year. And again, to say that I'm at 4,000 and this has been 9 months or almost 9 months, I must say, I think that's a big accomplishment. So if anything, that kind of just inspired me to keep pushing. I hope that inspires you to just start. And again, don't worry about what people got to say. Don't worry about what people's going to think. Don't worry about the equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like, use your phone. Just post. You know what I'm saying? Just post. And please do not get so caught up with all these videos where they're telling you, you know, you can have 2,000 subscribers in 7 days. Like, I'm not going to say that that's not true, but baby, everything that look good ain't good, okay? and you may be paying out of your ass to get that much people in that short period of time. Let's just keep it real. And I'm not about to be doing all of that. I'm not. So again, we're going to continue to just do it this way, which is just trusting the process, being consistent, being disciplined, and just posting. And I hope you guys like what you are seeing. Continue to watch the videos, because all you gotta do is watch it for 30 seconds, baby, in order for that view to count. Share it, you know, tell your friends or whatever. Like, y'all, it's all about positivity over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to brag. I'm not here to boost. That's not what it's about. I'm just here to show you, as a single Black mom of 2 kids, this is just my life, and this is what we have going on. You know what I'm saying? And to say that I made it this far in life, you can too. Like, you just gotta trust, you just gotta believe, but you must make sure whatever you do, you seek God first. Don't just come into doing this without seeking God first, because this may not very well be for you. You know what I'm saying? Again, everything is not for everybody, but for me, what's going on out there? But for me, I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn that every time I decided to do things on my own without seeking God, it always failed. It always failed. And once I told myself, like, okay, I keep getting the same results, so now it's time to, you know, reevaluate what it is that I'm doing. And I realized I was just missing the main key, which is you started this, but you didn't seek God. And once I started seeking Him with everything else in life, things just started coming together. So my advice would be to any upcoming influencer, any small creators, if you just got started, if you're getting started in the next hour, make sure you pray about this first and make sure that this aligns with what God has for you, okay? You have to make sure. And the reason why I say that, because if this is not what God has for you, you're wasting your time, because it's not going to work. And I hope you took that as a positive and not a negative. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, again, thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this journey. You guys really don't understand how grateful I am. I'm hoping and I'm praying that one day I will be in a place to where we can have a meet and greet, and I can meet you guys who have allowed this to be possible. I'm hoping one day that I will be as big as some of these other influencers, where I'm invited to different events and I can bring you guys along with me. I'm hoping and praying that I will be as big as some of these influencers who have people sending them things constantly, so that I can also give back to you guys as a thank you. So with all that being said, I know we're going to get there if we continue to stick together and if we continue to support each other. So before I end this video, I am asking all of the upcoming content creators, influencer, whatever you want to call yourself, if you are watching this video, go ahead and leave a comment so that I can come and support your page, and go ahead and subscribe, because at the end of the day, you look at it like this: if 300 people who are creators or influencer comment below and we all go to each other's page, baby, that's 300. That's 300 subscribers you just gained right there, all by just supporting. However, and I must say this, however, we have to just make sure whoever we subscribe to is going to benefit us. And what I mean by that, I've been reading that it's very important that you don't just subscribe to just any and everybody page, because if it's not something that you know you will end up going back to watch, that can actually hurt you more than it could help you. Because this whole YouTube thing is about, you know, the algorithm where they're finding the people who you can relate to. They're finding those people to watch your video, or it's popping up on their page. So for instance, because my page is more about lifestyle, you know, home decor, turning my house into a home DIY project, there's no reason why a Paw Patrol should pop up on my page, if that makes sense. Because Paw Patrol and what I have going on is two totally different things. And that's one of the things that I had to do once I got focused and, you know, really began taking this stuff serious. I had to go in my history and I had to delete a lot of things that took a lot of time. All because, you know, story is sometimes watching all of those cartoon stuff under my channel, and those stuff started popping up and it wasn't helping me, it was actually hurting me. So I had to go remove all of those things. Then I started another YouTube channel to where she can now be more active in that, under that account versus this account, ZiSymom. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, just Google what I'm saying as far as, you know, making sure your subscribers are people you can relate to. Like, yeah, just go. I think I described that right, but if not, baby, I'm sorry. Again, I'm still learning. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up because as you guys can hear, Sky is really being very, very, very rude. I don't get it. When she's in the house, as soon as I stop vlogging, she's ringing the bell constantly. It's like she know I'm about to stop vlogging, so she go and she ring the bell constantly to go on the outside. And then as soon as I put her on the outside to start vlogging, then she's out there crying, trying to get in the house. Like, baby, I can't win. I swear I can't win with that child of mine. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope again that I'm able to inspire or motivate someone. And again, remember the key word today is to just do it. Just post. Post, post, post. And I promise you, somebody, even if it's just one, is going to like your video. And when they like your video, you would then begin to form your community. Okay? But you gotta post first. You can't think about it no more. Just do it. Until next time, like I always said, I wish you guys nothing but love, peace, and blessings. Thank you.